Welcome back here, guys. I just updated you on two big signings that happened today with James Jones going to the Raiders and Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie to the Giants. So be sure to check those out. But I wanted to catch you up on some happenings from the weekend and what I thought of some of the signings that went down. And we'll start with the wide receiver spot. Three guys in particular: Emmanuel Sanders, Julian Edelman, and Hakeem Nicks. All three guys at different points in their career. All right, all guys to me bring different values as a wide receiver to the teams they sign with. And I'll start with Edelman. Look, if there was ever a slot system receiver, okay, even more so than Wes Welker, it's Julian Edelman. All right, over 100 catches when he only had 69 catches in his career up to last year, over 100 catches in 2013, over 1,000 yards, and a guy to me that is worth a lot more to the Patriots than any other team. So when you heard he was taking visits to Cleveland, taking visits to San Francisco, I think that was more to create some leverage with the Patriots. He signs a 3-year deal to return to New England. Again, Danny Amendola is probably, his production is probably going to increase. Some of these younger receivers are probably going to emerge a little bit more. I wouldn't be surprised if Edelman doesn't go over 100 catches again, but I think his value, when he can stay healthy, is so important to the Patriots. This is a deal they had to get done. Let's not forget his injury history. So I know people focus on Amendola's injury history, and while Edelman's hasn't been as bad, it's still a factor, and that's probably why the market wasn't as big for Edelman as you might think. And the fact that, look, he doesn't create a lot of separation, and thus it makes him really only a quintessential fit for an offense that's predicated around short passes and that has a quarterback that can thread a needle. And that's the Patriots in a nutshell. So, again, I just think a perfect fit. We'll see how Edelman, goes to eclipse the season he had this year. But, again, solid signing, not unexpected whatsoever. Edelman back to the Patriots. Now, the Emmanuel Sanders saga that sort of played out with three teams really vying for his services ends up with him going to Denver. 3 years, $15 million. Now, first of all, he's the same age as Eric Decker. Obviously, the Broncos get Emmanuel Sanders at a much deeper discount. And you get a guy in Sanders, to me, that's versatile like Decker. Sanders has experience playing in the slot, experience playing outside. So I think what you'll see happen is Sanders probably more time outside this year. All right, unless they go, double slot receivers sometimes in 4 wide receiver packages with Welker obviously manning the other slot. But look, Sanders is more than capable to play outside in that Eric Decker role. And then if they don't re-sign Welker after next year, he can go move back in the slot if he needs to. And you didn't overpay him. I think this was a very good signing, once again, by John Elway, and not one he overspent on. A smart, savvy receiver is Sanders, with his route running, good hands. I think he's a very underrated player. I think you saw the interest the Patriots had in him last year as a restricted free agent. I don't think that was any coincidence, because I think in their offense as well, a guy who can play in the slot and play outside is very valuable. So money considered, production considered, teaming with Peyton Manning considered, obviously most importantly, I love the signing of Emmanuel Sanders to the Broncos. And lastly, Hakeem Nicks. Look, while Sanders is a hybrid outside slot receiver, while Edelman's strictly a slot receiver, Hakeem Nicks is a stud outside receiver when he's healthy and when his mind's right. And those are the two things that really hurt him last year. I mean, look, Jeremy Maclin came off a torn ACL and got a bigger contract than Hakeem Nicks, who was healthy the whole season, but just mysteriously unproductive. Missed off-season meetings, off-season workouts rather. Late for meetings, there was rumors of during the year. So definitely contrary to what you heard regarding Nicks his prior, 4 or 5 years with the Giants. The Colts, I think, take a risk that is well worth taking. You get him on a 1-year, $3.5 million, the reports are, prove-it contract with the ability for him to, earn about $2 million more in incentives. He's going to be motivated. Rumors that he's already working out for next year, something that maybe he wasn't as diligent with last year. And you get a guy who can go opposite Reggie Wayne now, coming back from injury, join those tight ends who are weapons for Andrew Luck there. Of course, obviously with T.Y. Hilton in the mix also. And you get a guy who, had it not been for, just whatever happened last year and some of the injuries, he could have been a guy that commanded the biggest contract in free agency as a receiver. I think there's no doubt. If you went back to before 2012, you told me Hakeem Nicks is hitting free agency when he's 26. I'm thinking this guy's getting paid. Look, the Giants end up paying Victor Cruz. All right, Nicks has a down year last year. He ends up in Indianapolis, and we'll see how he responds to playing with Andrew Luck, being on a what you presume to be a team that is a winning team in a soft division, and we'll see how Nicks does. But on a prove-it deal, I wouldn't put it past Nicks to be right up near that 1,000-yard mark. Again, if he stays healthy and if he's focused, which I think he will be. Guys, let me know what you think of the signing of all three of these guys, Nicks, Sanders, and, of course, Edelman. Hit me up in the comments. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. It's completely free. Go over a lot of free agent signings, NFL draft stuff, all the good stuff here, guys. So be sure to subscribe if you like the NFL, and have a great day.